Of course, some mistakes are more serious than others. My own custodial duties were much simpler than Dad's. My hours were a lot shorter, too. I usually just worked vacation days and after school, but that didn't mean I didn't take the job seriously. "Dulcie," Dad called to me once when he saw me struggling with a cafeteria trash can. "Do you need a hand?" I tried not to wrinkle my nose at the smell of soggy bread and sour milk. Then, like a cowgirl roping a calf, I swung the overfilled garbage bag out of the barrel, wrestled the trash to the floor, and tied it up in knots. "I can handle it." "Is there anything you can't handle?" Dad asked. I shrugged. "You're just like your mom." "Do you mean I'm a lunatic?" "I meant that you're strong. A lunatic is a person who becomes wildly giddy or foolish during a particular phase of the lunar cycle." Dad always had a worn dictionary within arm's reach, and he wasn't afraid to use it. "Have you ever known your mother to become wildly giddy or foolish?" "No," I admitted. Mom was an expert hairdresser who spent most of her days on her feet, arms suspended above her waist, body held high over her customers. Her shoulders, biceps, and backside were solid muscle, and as far as I could tell, she believed with total certainty that every thought, word, or opinion that made its way out of her mouth was absolutely true. Still, it took me by surprise when Mom announced that following Dad's funeral, she and I would be moving to California. We were at the funeral home shopping for a casket and a grave marker when Mom let me know about her big decision. I sat down on a big piece of granite carved into the shape of a life-sized Great Dane. All I could think to say was, "What about Dad?" "He has to stay," said Mom. "We don't." "We're just gonna leave him in Newberry?" "Whether we leave him here or not won't change things for your father." Mom pointed at the stone dog. "I don't think you should be sitting on that." I patted the statue's head. Dad always wanted a dog. "You think we should get it?" I imagined Marmaduke standing over Dad's chest for the rest of eternity. He didn't want one that bad. We were both quiet for a moment. "Dulcie," Mom finally said, "a change will be good for both of us." I took a big breath and let it out slowly. Isn't losing Dad enough of a change? "It's more than enough, Dulcie. It's too much." For a moment, Mom looked like she might cry, but then she pulled herself together. I followed her back to Dad's truck, a 1968 Chevy pickup with a steering wheel as big as an extra-large pizza and a bench seat the size of a living room couch. Before he died, Dad had painted the truck fire engine red and dropped a Corvette engine under the hood to make it go. On weekends, he and I worked on the truck inside the John Jacob Jerome auto shop, one of us holding a work light, the other turning a wrench. Dad liked to say that we could drive that truck to the moon and back. "I don't want to go to the moon," I told him. "I'm happy right here." "Here inside the Triple J?" "Here in Newberry," I said. "Here with you." Dad pulled his head out from beneath the truck's hood and smiled. "Dulcie Morrigan Jones," he said, "I think that you are destined for travels and adventure." If only he knew. Maybe he did. Dad used to tell me that Dulcie was Latin for sweet. Morrigan, besides serving as my mother's maiden name, is the Celtic goddess of love and war. As far as Jones, it's slang for avid desire or burning hunger. It's also the most common, ordinary, and uninteresting name in America.